Good evening, Internet. Welcome back to another night of Talks about horror movies for probably far too long. I'm That's all just over my shoulder. Tonight we're going to be talking about Curry Barker's Obsession. I've never seen anything that Curry Barker's done before. I've never seen Milk and Cereal or The Chair, or I'm assuming he has more than that. But those are the ones that I've heard of. This is my first experience. I said when I watched Lee Cronin's The Mummy movie that I thought that that was the grossest film that I had seen recently. And this one definitely one-upped it. Walking out of the theater, I heard a few people say, "What a fucked up movie." And I concur. What a fucked up movie. Yeah, this is this is a rough one, so strap in. The concept is very simple. It's essentially a Grimm's fairy tale. There is our main character. He is not a very likable person. I did not care for him very much. He has a crush on a girl named Nicole, or Nikki. He has had a crush on her for a long time. They went to high school together. He moved to town at some point. She was the only one who was nice to him. She was bullied in high school. People called her Freaky Nikki. They formed some kind of friendship. And now, several years later, he has decided that he needs to confess his feelings to her. However, he has apparently never spoken to anyone ever before the movie starts. His friend Ian is kind of like asking him to like role play with a waitress at a diner. And the first thing that we get from him is this confession of love and all of the things that he's been holding back and all of the stuff that he wants to like tell to Nikki. And Ian is like, "Gross, dude, cringe. Why are you doing that?" And the waitress is like, "Oh, that's so sweet. You should get her flowers. You should get her candy. You should get her something she likes." The main character, very not good at communication with anybody. The next scene that we get is him coming home to find that his cat has gotten into his grandmother's oxycodone in the medicine cabinet, and the cat has overdosed. So we go right from the main character as like emotionally stunted, kind of processing this hang up that he's had about being in love with Nikki, and then straight over to his cat dying. He has bizarre reactions throughout the movie. I think it's supposed to be like surreal in the way that film can be. I don't think that Curry Barker is doing it as like, I don't think it's inept. I think it's supposed to be like off-putting. His cat just died. His crush texts him, and he calls her on the phone, and instead of being like, I'm really emotional right now, like I need to process things, like my cat just died, I don't know what to do. He's just like, "Hey Nikki, hey, how's it going? Are you gonna be can we talk later? Can I see you?" Like he's just like, he's very emotionally not there. Not very developed is what I will say. He thinks that he's going to stay home from trivia because he is going to process, but Nikki says that she has something that she needs to tell him, and he's like, "Can you just tell me over the phone?" Because he's like, "Is she going to tell me that she likes me? What's going to happen?" Instead, she says that she's put in her 2 weeks notice at work. It turns out that Ian, the friend from the first scene, Nikki, and their friend Sarah all work at the same store, which is a music store, a music instrument store. And his name is Bear. His actual name is Baron, but everyone calls him Bear. Bear he is talking with Nikki on the phone, and she goes, "Oh shit." He's like, "Oh, what's wrong?" And she's like, "I just dropped my crystal necklace down the sink. I'll never get it back." He's thinking like, "Oh, if I run out and get her a crystal necklace, I can give it to her at trivia, and then that'll make her like me because it'll show that I'm like putting thought into things. It'll show that I'm thinking about her." So he runs out to a crystal shop. It's like 10 minutes from close. And on one of the shelves, he sees One Wish Willow. These are branches or twigs or fragments of branches of a magical willow tree, and everybody gets one wish. So he decides that he's going to buy one of those. He's going to give it to Nikki, and that will be his gift to her. I don't know why he decided on the One Wish Willow. He's just fascinated with it. But he grabs it. He takes it to trivia. He's trying to like get Ian and Sarah away from the table so that he can tell Nikki that he has feelings for her. They're not doing it. Nikki goes to get shots from the bar. He decides that he's going to go with her. While they're there, Ian and Sarah come up and join them. It's very like it's got that social awkwardness of like, well, I don't even think I was this bad in college, but like when you're in college and you're around attractive people for the first time and you can go anywhere and do anything, and you get to the bar for the first time and you're like meeting new people, and one of your friends like falls in love with the bartender and you're like, that's not a good idea. It's got that social awkwardness to it. But he gives Nikki a ride home. He tells her that his cat has passed away. She is sad for him, but she doesn't seem like too upset about it. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." But they have connections. She's like, I'm the only one that I can talk, you're the only one that I can talk to about my like writing. I want to quit my job. I want to be a writer. I need something exciting to happen in my life, so that I can like put it on the page. I need something that motivates me. I need the fire. I need that. And he is just completely like not able to confess his feelings to her. So she walks up to the door and he forgets to give her the One Wish Willow. And so he takes it out of the packaging and he says, "I wish that she loved me more than anyone else in the world." And he snaps it. And he looks up at the porch and she's just kind of standing on the front porch, like looking at him. And she comes back and she's like, "Hey, do you want to come inside?" And he's like, "Why are you acting so weird?" And my reaction to this was befuddlement, because what does this guy want? He just made a wish that she loved him more than anyone else in the world. And now she's offering to like let him inside her house. Like, what does he want? Is he concerned about consent? A little bit too late for that. Is he concerned about like magical coercion? A little bit too late for that. Does he like not want to come in? He's like, "You're acting bizarre." And she's like, "Yeah, it's just like I'm going through a lot right now." And she's like, "Wait, what am I doing? Let's go back to your place." And he's like, "Why? Like, why do you want to come back to my place? You're acting super weird." And she's just like, "My cat just died." He's like, "Your cat also died?" And she's like, "Oh wait, your cat died. My dad is dying." He's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Can you please just like take me home? I don't want to be alone right now." And he takes her back to his place and she's like, "Can you come lay with me and like spend the night with me and we'll just sleep next to each other. If I'm alone, I'll just sit here and I'll be alone with my thoughts and I'll just like be like focusing on these bad thoughts all day." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll lay next to you." And then she starts kissing him and she confesses that she has feelings for him. And then she looks at him and she screams and he's like, whoa, what's going on?" She's like, I'm sorry. I'm having some kind of like panic attack or something." And he's like, you're freaking me out. And again, I'm like, main character, Bear, what the fuck do you want? You've got the girl that you've been pining over, apparently for 7 years, in your bed, kissing you. And she, like, by all measures, wants to be with you. Why? What's going on in your head? Come on. Communicate with us, the audience. He ends up sleeping on the floor for a little while, and then he ends up sleeping next to her. When he wakes up in the morning, she has made a little shrine to his dead cat. Laid it out. God, just thinking about it makes me kind of sick. Laid out the dead cat in the kitchen in a little shrine. And he's like, Nikki, this is not okay. Like, you have several boundaries have been crossed. This is not good. Yeah, I don't know why. What are you doing? What are you hoping to accomplish here? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Is this not right? Is this not good? They go to work together. He drives her in. They enter the store together, and Ian sees them coming in together, and he's like, "Oh my God, you did it! You got lucky. You fucked Nikki." He's like, "No, we didn't fuck." He's like, "I just saw you come in together. What happened? You have a little sleepover?" And he's like, "Well, we did have a sleepover, but she was acting like so strange." And they're talking, and Ian is like, "Hey, do you think she took drugs? Do you think that she took Molly or something?" And he's like, that would make sense, right? Because if she like took Molly, her emotions would be heightened, both good and bad. She would kind of like jump back and forth between being like really into me and also really scared. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe she took drugs last night. She wasn't in her right frame of mind, and things just kind of got out of hand. So he self-rationalizes. He goes home. Ian takes Nikki home. And then while he's like researching Molly, while he's like researching like, well, maybe she was having a bad trip, she comes over. She knocks on the door. She's like, I'm sorry. I took some drugs last night. My dad has cancer. I'm going through a lot. My dad is dying. I've just kind of like been thinking about us, and I've been thinking about like, we could be really good together. We could be, there's just so much possibility for the two of us. And he's like, do you have feelings for me? She's like, yeah, I love you. I love you so much. Do you have feelings for me? He's like, yeah. And then there's a montage of them together doing couple things, apparently over like the course of a few days. Like, this has not been very long. This is not like a time skip. This is them like super dating super fast. And then things start to unravel from there. Nikki is not well. She is obsessed. She is obsessive. And everybody in their circle, everybody in their friend group, everybody in their extended circle can like see that Nikki is not doing well. I'm going to leave it there for spoilers if you want to dip out. I don't have anything to talk about today. Leave me a comment telling me if there's a Curry Barker video I should watch, or something that is similar to Obsessed that I should watch. Just give me a recommendation for another Curry Barker or obsessive horror movie that I should watch. Yeah. All right. If you're still here, I'm assuming that you're not worried about spoilers. So this movie gets out of hand really fast, and I'm not sure if I enjoy that or not. Nikki, the post-wish Nikki, is like just very obsessive. She moves in like very creepy ways. He wakes up in the middle of the night and she's standing in the corner watching him. And when he is like, "Hey, Nikki, where are you?" She moves, but she moves like a crab in very bizarre ways. Like she's moving backwards and forwards and to the side. Um, it's her acting is incredible. I want to give props to the actress. Incredible bringing this idea to life. Um, yeah, her performance, I think, steals the show for me. I think Sarah, Ian, and Bear are all fine, but Nikki is like over the top good. Um, she moves in really creepy ways. She screams a lot. She's like, I don't like my dreams. I don't like feeling like I love you more than you love me. Um, she's just like, I want you to love me as much as I love you. And he can't give her that. And I assume that part of it is because of the spell. He's like, well, she doesn't actually love me. She just loves me because of the wish. But another part of him clearly is into it. There's not a graphic sex scene, but there is a sex scene. They spend a lot of time together. They joke with each other. He gets more comfortable with her. He tells her like in-depth jokes. They get in jokes between the two of them. They get more comfortable together. Like there's a part of him that's clearly into it, which you would think that the fact that he's had a crush on her for 7 years and he made a wish that she would love him more than anyone else, that he would be like really into it, but he just kind of lukewarmly into it. Things get out of hand really fast. She doesn't want to let him go to work. He goes to leave one day and she is like duct tape his entire door, and he kind of like pops open the door handle and is like pulling on the door and pushing against the wall. She's like, "Oh, if you're having trouble with the door, you can just stay here today. You can call out of work and spend the day with me." And he's like, no, I've got it. But I would probably, if I liked a girl and she came over and we spent a few days together and then she duct taped my front door closed, I'd probably be like, "Hey, I think you have some attachment issues. I promise you I'm going to come back. We don't need the duct tape, right?" But he's just like, no, I've got the door. His complete inability to like talk about anything, super frustrating. Oh, this movie is so gross, guys. So she does something really disturbing with his cat. Way over the line. Ian is throwing a party that night, but he hasn't invited either Nikki or Bear. And they drive home together. Bear drops him off at his place. He's like, "You didn't tell me that you had a party tonight. Sarah had to tell me." And Ian is like, "You can come, but you have to leave Nikki at home." And Bear is like, "Well, why? Why is that a thing?" And Ian's like, "Because Nikki is acting like really weird. She's acting really freaky. I don't want her around. It's going to be a boys' night. It'll be just us. Leave her. If it's a healthy relationship, she'll deal with it." So he goes home. He's like, "Hey, I love you. Ian invited me out for boys' night." And she's like, "Oh, well, let me get changed and I'll come with you." And he's like, "Boys' night, just us. No girls allowed." She's like, "Well, that's really weird because Sarah invited me." He's like, "Oh my fucking God." So he and Nikki end up going to the party, and she is clearly something is wrong with her. It's got that social anxiety horror of like, I don't even know a good example for it. But social anxiety horror. Like everybody in the party, when Nikki starts talking, they all just kind of shut down and listen to her, and they kind of lean away, and you can tell that she's making everyone uncomfortable. She laughs way too long. She draws one of the dare cubes for their drinking game. And she stands up and she starts reading something that she's been working on. And she's been working on an incestuous retelling of Hansel and Gretel, in which Hansel and Gretel have like a codependent, abusive relationship. And Gretel is telling Hansel that if he doesn't go home and make love to her, she's going to kill him. Yeah. What a fucked up movie. I do have, I like the surreality of this party scene, because everybody is just kind of like there listening to her. Everybody gets quiet. They clear the floor for her. She starts talking. She's very loud. She's the center of attention. Everybody is uncomfortable. It's also like not very realistic. I don't know if you've ever been at a party when somebody has been getting like way too intense, but usually there's pushback. Like somebody will become a handler. They'll go over, they'll like pat them on the side, be like, "Hey, come on, have a drink with me outside. Let's get you away from the party. Let's get some fresh air. Like let's have some drinks together." Nobody in this friend group apparently does that. Nobody wants to be the handler. It's also kind of funny because it turns over to Bear. Bear picks up a dare stick, and it's like, kiss the person to your left, which would be Sarah. So Nikki frowns, like exaggeratedly. It looks like a clown frown. She frowns deeply. She walks over behind Sarah. She pulls Sarah's chair back, just... She bends down next to Bear and puckers her lips, and he bends over and he gives her like the most lukewarm kiss ever. She's like, "Oh my God, nobody will ever know the ecstasy of being in love like I do." Yeah, super intense. She has a mental break at this point, where she says, "This isn't me," and then stabs herself in the face. And again, when she is doing this and like she's clearly not well, she's bleeding from the face, everybody is yelling at Ian, and Ian is just kind of sitting there in the chair, like not really reacting. It's like, Ian, fucking come on, man. Do something. Like, not even in the sense of like, you know, you're her boyfriend, like be a boyfriend. Just in the sense of like, be a person, man. Oh my God. So he drives her to the hospital and she is like sniffing him. She's like nibbling at his neck while they're in the car together. They get to the hospital and he's explaining to one of the nurses what happened. And the nurse is like, "No, I'm not seeing her. Like, she's not coming in here. Like, what's wrong with you?" And so they just go home and she has like gaping wounds on one side of her face from where she shoved a bottle into her face. Jesus. So yeah, this gets bad like really quickly. There's some I don't know how thought out the like being trapped inside of her is. There's a disconnect. There's a they draw attention that there is a split between pre-Wish Nikki and post-Wish Nikki. They are apparently separate entities. Bear calls the phone number on the back of the One Wish Willow, and is like, "Hey, I wanted to make an alteration to my wish." The guy on the other end of the phone, who sounds exactly like Bear, is like, you wanna cancel your wish? And Bear's like, well, no, I don't want to cancel it per se. Like, I like that she likes me, but is there any way that I could like tone it down a little bit? And the guy on the other end of the line is like, oh, we don't really do things like that. He's like, okay, well then I'll just cancel it. And the guy on the other end of the phone is like, well, we don't really do that. And Bear is like, you just asked me if I wanted to cancel it. And he was like, well, I was just trying to see, like, I was just trying to anticipate your needs, like a customer service. And Bear is like, oh my God. And he's like, what do I do? How do I like make her happy? How do I get through to her? And the guy on the phone is like, well, do you want to talk to her? And he's like, what do you mean? And the guy on the other end of the phone is like, do you want to talk to Nikki? And while this is happening, you can hear Nikki screaming coming from the phone as if she is being tortured somewhere, like locked away in some hell. Terrifying. And then later in the film, Nikki falls asleep. Post-wish Nikki falls asleep. And Bear gets a text message from Sarah saying, hey, I need to talk to you. Come meet me in the park. I'm sitting over at the park. I'm just smoking right now. Come talk to me. There's some things that I need to tell you. And so he like slips out of bed and he's going to go to the park. And Nikki starts talking to him and is like, please kill me. And he turns around and he's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, the other one is asleep. It's me. Please kill me. Don't let me live like this. And he's like, Nikki, what's so bad about being with me? She's like, Bear, I've never been with you. So his wish that Nikki would be in love with him has created a second Nikki who is apparently obsessed with him. Cool split there. I'm not sure how the system really works, but I appreciate that there was some like thought put into it. It's got that like fairy deal from the Grimm fairy tales where it's like you're not quite sure how much of this is intended, how much of this is like what the wish was made for, how much of this was something that was unintended, consequences just spiraling out of control. But I appreciate that there was thought put into it. And then, yeah, I'm not sure how much I want to go into this, but I do want to say that, like, I was talking about bleak endings when I did the Hokum video. Funny enough, I just watched that video today. I was talking about bleak endings. I think that the last one that I've seen that was this bleak was The Cabin, probably. But the ending, it all draws together, and it is set up throughout. And then at the ending, it turns into this like nightmare scenario where everything that has been building up kind of spirals out of control. So you've got you've got Bear's wish that Nikki would be in love with him. You've got Nikki's actions under this wish. You've got the consequences of Nikki being under this wish. One of the rules that's established like fairly early on is that the one way that you can kind of cancel a wish is by dying. And it's reiterated. The guy on the phone says it. One of the guys who works at the magic shop, the crystal shop where he bought the One Wish Willow, says, well, you could kill yourself. Like, that's a thing that you can do. It's reinforced throughout the movie. And then at the end, it comes to a head. So you've got Bear, you've got post-wish Nikki, you've got Ian, and you've got Sarah, and all of their like wants and their desires and their actions kind of lead to this bleak ending. And then once things happen, it becomes a nightmare for pre-wish Sarah. So I do want to give props. I thought that it was a very fucked up movie. A lot of shit happens. More gross than Lee Cronin's The Mummy, more gross than Lee Cronin's Evil Dead Rise. The different kinds of gross. One of the things that happens in this movie is that when Bear goes to work, Sarah just kind of, or not Sarah, Nikki just kind of shuts down. She just kind of stands in the living room and she wets herself. She defecates herself. Oh. And when he gets home, she just got dribble all over. Oh, excuse me. So that's gross. Evil Dead Rise and Lee Cronin's The Mummy were more like, a school kid, like being like, oh, look at the worms, look at the gross stuff that I found under the log. Look at all the blood and guts, and somebody like reveling in Halloween, like look at all the blood and guts that I made. Whereas this one is not as playful, is what I'll say. It's a little bit more intense. I think it does a good job of balancing like what needs to happen with kind of the horror of it. I do wish that there was a little bit more I wish the characters like interacted a little bit more. Like I said, the main character feels like he's never talked to anybody before he like appeared on camera. I wish that he had a little bit more of a personality. I wish that at the party there was a little bit more like someone trying to calm Nikki down and being like, hey, let's go have a glass of wine on the balcony or something like that. I wish that there was a little bit more like trying to pull the social awkwardness out, trying to pull the haunting stuff out. I wish that there were more attempts to kind of humanize everybody, because it goes very south very fast. But other than that, I think that, what's his name? Curry Barker. I think he did quite an incredible job. If he makes another horror movie, I will probably go see it. I will probably not do it after dinner, because a bunch of scenes in this made me gag. So yeah, that's my review. Let me know what you thought of this. Let me know if I should see Milk and Cereal. Let me know if I should see The Chair. Let me know if I should see any other Curry Barker works, I guess. Let me know if there's any more obsessive horror that I need to see. Yeah. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for joining me for another night of talking about horror movies for far too long. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Good night.